Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening from any part of the world. This is Tony HP, and welcome to a new edition of my videos. It's been a couple of weeks since I did the last video. I was in the Star Wars celebration in Orlando, so I did like two short videos. I just have a great time doing the Star Wars convention. So in another video, I want to talk about that. The goods, the pros and cons of my time at the Star Wars celebration. So I'm going to do that in another video. But today, this is as you guys know, I did a series of videos of my life with Asperger's. It was like 6 parts, 5 to 6 parts that talk about my life with Asperger's from the beginning all the way to now. And that today, this is a new video in which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be doing like I don't know if you can call it like training or education or personal, development videos. But this is the first videos that I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about tips and suggestions and talk about different topics. I'm going to talk about not only necessarily the autism and Asperger spectrum, but also going to talk about other issues too. This is going to be a training. This are going to be a sort of a type of training videos that I'm going to do about what to do to be able to improve your lives. Whether you have autism or not, and also I would like participation of all of you doing this series. So just bear with me. This is the first time I really do this. So today, what I'm going to talk about is about an important subject that is out there in our society today as it relates to autism. I wrote a blog more than a month ago, and the title of that blog, it says Autism, Asset or Liability. Pardon me. As all of you know, in my last video of the series of my life with Asperger, I mentioned something of seeing my disability, seeing my Asperger as an asset instead of a liability. And like a sort of a different mindset in contrast to what we see in our society today. In our society today, most people, in our society see of autism as something that you need to be sympathized with. That looking at people with autism down, saying that there's nothing that we can do to help them, that they have dirt. A lot of them said that we are trouble, that we're unable to do a lot of things, and that we need to be, feel sympathy for them, and that we need to find a cure to eliminate autism. That's what that's what the consensus is right now in our society. I know you have some of the organizations, which I'm not going to mention in this video, that instead of helping really raise autism awareness and really help people with autism, then the opposite is being done. It's not being really helped. So what is an asset or liability? You know, asset. Autism as an asset or liability, or mindset in our society is seeing autism or any other disability as a liability. But in reality, our autism or Asperger's or any other disability that you may or may not have can be your greatest asset. And when I talk about in this article, I talk about the struggles that I went through and how, after I graduated with my bachelor's degree and the work that I did with my nonprofit organization, I realized that perhaps I may have my Asperger's, but in reality, it could be my greatest asset because he gives me a different way of seeing life. And that's what I mean of seeing your disability as your asset. You can have a different point of view of life that you can bring to contribute to be able to solve the problems that are out there in our society. As I see my Asperger as my greatest asset. He has helped me to see the world from a different point of view, to be able to think differently about different things, and be able to work, deal with the challenges that I have. And yes, really helped me shape my point of view, the view that I, my world view. So that's the reason why I said that my Asperger is my asset, you know, because I can use my my Asperger's to do different things, to be able to help people in the way, the way that I'm able to do it, and be able to have that different perspective. I think that it is time for all of us to really see our disability as an asset. That instead of seeing something that can do harm to us, it can be something that we can use to be able to work hard and smart, to be able to improve ourselves and make a difference out there in the world. And that's what we need to talk more about. Because I understand what we go through our process, dealing with our disabilities, and dealing with our limitations, what we can do, what we cannot do. But instead of focusing on what we cannot do and being in this depression mode and being like there's nothing we can do, focus on our real strengths and weaknesses. Be able to say what we can do with what I have and continue to improve. And there's something that we need to be. I wish there was like a program or something out there that really helps people with autism, whether it's high or low functioning from anywhere in the spectrum, to really utilize their disability, their autism, to be able to be successful in life. But I don't. I understand that there's a lot of programs that help people to get more independent skills, but in reality, I really don't. You know, I wish there was something more mainstream out there that be able to help people with disability, people with disability to be successful, to be able to use their disability as an asset. And instead of, maybe there's not a cure right now to be able to eliminate the disability, but let's use it to our advantage. So this is part of what I want to do in the future. Right now that I'm working on, be able to do create a program or service help people not only with autism but with disabilities, especially adults, which ages 18 and up, to be successful in the marketplace, be successful in life, not only finding a job, but also perhaps become entrepreneurs. I would love to see people with disabilities, especially people autistics, being entrepreneurs. So we need to change our focus. We need to use our disability as our greatest asset. Prove to the world that we are, we have a different way of seeing things in life, and we can bring this. We can make a significant contribution to our society and be able to solve problems. So it's very important to have that mindset and to be able to open the views of others. So that way we can see more people with autism and with other disabilities be employed to become entrepreneurs, have successful lives, no matter the disability. So that's something that we really needs to start thinking about. As I said, that's going to be what I'm currently working on, to find a way to create a program or service to help people with disabilities to be more successful. So this is what I have for now. In my next video, I'm gonna talk about autistic, people with autism, with Asperger's, or with any other disability, be entrepreneurs. Can we be really entrepreneurs? Can we really, despite our disability, really become become entrepreneurs, start our own business? I'm going to talk about that in my next video. So as I said, thank you very much for watching. If any of you have any questions or would like to, any questions or any concerns, or if there was something that you may or may not understood from what I said, please leave a comment below, and I would like to have a more conversation, have a dialogue with all of you. This is a great topic that I like to talk about, and nothing. If anything, just let me know. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you all for being here. And until next time, this is Tony HP, signing off. Thank you.